Hey everyone! Today it is hot. It is 35 degrees and whew, I can't drink tea. I gotta make myself some iced tea, I think. Anywho, today I want to talk about this product. Brilliant Skin. No, not really. It's called the Sand and Sky Detoxifying and Brightening Purifying Pink Clay Mask. So I don't know if people have seen this, but on my Facebook and on my Instagram, it just keeps popping up these ads for this, and you just see all these girls putting on this mask, and it's like pink, and it literally, like when they wipe it off, the skin is like, oh, brilliant. So I'll explain a little bit why I was sucked in. So I'm not sure you can see, I'm actually wearing a bit of foundation today, and you can see I've got spots here and all over my chin. So I had, especially on my chin, I had really bad breakouts. So the last maybe 2 months, my skin just exploded. It's quite hormonal, so it would just be like breaking out when the time of the month comes. When your auntie comes to visit, and then by the time it kind of like, but they're not like pimples that it's like you could pop or anything. They're actually really painful red cystic under the skin where you can't pop it, and when you touch it, it's like just a painful bump and you can't touch. And to be honest, it was driving me crazy. And by the time that calmed down and I was able to then go, oh yeah, my skin is getting better, the next month cycle comes along and it reiterates the whole cycle again, and it's really frustrating on me. And yeah, there are things you might question. You'd be like, my skincare routine, what happened to that? I was like, I was loving the ordinary skincare, and to be honest, I finished it, and I never had a chance to go and buy, I didn't have a chance to go and buy the product again, only because the niacinamide solution that I love is not actually for breakouts, it's actually for healing. So I think now might be a good time for me to buy another bottle again, but I have to buy it from overseas because in Australia they don't stock it. Even though it's stocked in Australia, the brand, that particular item is not available in Australia. Alright, whatever. Alright, so I got sucked into this thing, and I am a huge advocate of masks. I do a mask minimum at least once a week if I was too busy. Minimum once a week. But I got sucked into this Brilliant Skin, so the Sand and Sky mask. Okay, I don't know what I'm putting. So it does 4 things. So it apparently, I got the pamphlet right here. Cute. Step 1, it detoxes your skin, which is what I think my skin needed, with Australian pink clay. So yay, they're pink color. Next is it invigorates with old man's weed and licorice roots. So yeah, so help boost cellular recovery. It helps refine with aloe vera and pomegranate. I love pomegranate. And it brightens with mangosteen and kakadu plum. So it all seems quite natural. I'm gonna run out of batteries. And I'm back. So what was I saying? So I actually bought this on sale. They had like a 15% off sale over the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, and I managed to get a few dollars off. Hey, not complaining. So it does come with a applicator brush. It's a little tiny brush, and you dip it into the tub. I was very hesitant at first because I thought if you're dipping and putting it on your face and you dip it back for more product, isn't that really unhygienic? But then I thought, hey, my face is actually clean and cleansed already, so it shouldn't be too bad. So you can see the content itself is, it's not super pink. It does actually, it looks like a mauve gray pink than anything. And when you apply it on, ooh, focus me back. And when you apply it on, it goes pink and it dries. And you can tell when it dries because it turns like kind of like that same grayish color. Now it's time to hack up the video where I filmed it for the first time and see what were my first thoughts of this. Okay Google, set timer for 10 minutes.
Alright, 10 minutes, and here we go.
So the mask feels quite tingly actually, so that feels really good. So I have been getting quite bad breakouts on my skin, so on my chin, very hormonal, and on my forehead, and a couple on my upper lip. So I am trying to do this. So it is like a clay mask. You see it's actually quite dry. It's only been a few minutes now and it's just dries quite till it's dry. I don't know if I applied a thick enough layer, but we'll see. Looking good. So it is the clay, it is like a clay mask, so it just dries. And I think you leave it on for about 10 minutes and yeah. Not like it's uncomfortable, it's like it just feels a little tight now because of the clay. So it's been 10 minutes now and it's super dry. Let's go and wash it off. So I'm back and I just washed off my face just to look brighter, detoxify. Okay. So doing a close-up, I had a lot of I get a lot of blackheads on my nose and it does look like it's not. So when you scratch, you can see it come up, but this one's all gone actually. And my skin feels really smooth. It is very easy to wash off. That's the only thing I noticed about it when I first used it. The clay mask just went rinsed off. So I noticed with previous clay masks I've used in the past, I feel like I've rinsed it and I looked up and it's like just like under my eyes, on my side of my face is still present. But this one washed off really easily. Liked it. It does make my skin feel a little bit tight, so I feel like it did not hydrate as much as I thought it would. It's not super uncomfortable, but I have dry patches around my nose and on the side of my face. I'm very sick at the moment, so it is just like pretty dry around that area, but otherwise it's looking good. And hello. So I actually filming this a couple of weeks after I filmed my first impression. So in my first impressions I said, oh yeah, you can see a lot of my like kind of like blackheads on my nose kind of did clear off and didn't come back. Didn't really require to use this mask to get that result. I use other masks that has like a charcoal mask or a clay mask that does the same effect. So nothing too special there. So I did notice, one thing I did notice is this does cause a detox. So it does detox your skin and I did see my skin purge. So when I said earlier that my skin had a lot of under skin, like kind of like bumps and lumps, so I actually personally didn't really mind it because as long as it's not coming out I didn't really care, and they weren't actually red. They were actually just under my skin. I could feel like a lump, and I feel like, oh, it's gonna be a pimple soon, but it doesn't really actually form into anything. This mask actually draws this out, and when it draws it out, my skin went through its purging phase. So I am actually wearing a foundation, and I'm actually going to take it off now and show you the result of what happened with this purge. Let's do this. And here is my skin. Oh, natural. So you can see how I'm still really red under my skin, and it's still broken out. So these are ones that this one was, I think, was literally on my chin for two months, and it wasn't really doing anything. It just kind of sat there as a bump, but it wasn't red, it wasn't too painful, so I kind of just whatevs. But it did this mask, I think it's this mask, because I didn't actually change much else in my skincare routine. It actually drew it out and it popped to the surface and here it is. So it is quite painful. This one on the top here was actually, I was very impressed. So I usually have like a really large lump and it could last weeks. I can have it for weeks without it actually exploding. It's just like this red giant red lump, very painful. This one actually after 2 days I noticed a little whitehead on it and I can't help it. I did try popping it and it actually died down like pretty quickly. So the good thing about this mask is you can actually use it as a spot treatment as well. So I've used it on this one and on this one. I sometimes forget. So before I go to bed to put anything on my face as a spot treatment. And yeah, so overall I think this mask has pretty good detoxifying effects. Haven't seen any results in terms of like brightening or anything, as that is usually not a skin concern of mine, but it's usually just clearing up my skin. What do I want to clear off my skin? So I did have a lot of little tiny lumps and bumps across my forehead, and most of it has gone away now. And I've noticed my skin here is a lot more just smoother. So when I do apply any foundation on it, it comes on really smooth. This one is still it does look pretty red. Actually, I do have some photos, so I might put some photos on here to show you what it was like last week and see what happened. But I think once these heal and they clear out, I think I'm on the road to recovery. So actually, I did actually see a doctor when I was having really bad acne, and I have been prescribed medication for it, and I'm actually back on the pill. Woo! The doctor did say it would take at least a few months for it to clear off. So the ones, so I'm just trying to help whatever's on my skin already to clear out before, you know, kind of work its way inside out per se. Now onto the pros. The pros is this does work. It does detoxify it, and that's the main reason why I've purchased it, so that it does cause all your impurities to come out into the surface before it starts to clear it out. And a warning, okay, it is easy to use, so it goes on super smoothly. You leave it on for only 10 minutes. You don't have to, like, you know, dedicate 30 minutes of your night to do this. And I mean, it's recommended that you use it about 2 to 3 times a week, and it removes super easily. And it is obviously Australian botanics, so it is Australian. Is it Australian made? Yep, it is made in Australia, so win-win, supporting the local economy there, right there. It does have an amazing social following, so definitely there's lots of information you can see online about this. And it has not been tested on animals, so yay. Another pro is it does come with a cute applicator, but I think that I won't put it as a pro per se, but more of it's a neutral thing, because I wasn't a fan of it when I first got it, but when I started using it, it made the application really easy. So I'll put it in a bit of a grey area. I put it in the middle ground. It also has free shipping everywhere, so you have to buy it online and it's free shipping. Unfortunately, I mean, I never got any samples or anything, so when I purchased it, I had to purchase the full jar, and it was quite a big commitment. So onto the cons. So things that will make me think twice about buying this product again is definitely the price point. So I bought the one jar and it was $69.90, so that's Australian dollars, and that was all I had to pay. It was free shipping and everything, but you get one jar. They do come in a what's called the bestie kit, which you get 2, so it's one for you and your best friend, and it becomes $118.83, so you save about 15% on it if you've got to buy 2 jars. So if you have friends or you want to give it as presents, it's good, worth try. I did buy it on sale, as I said earlier, so I did get the 15% off. I was a bit annoyed because I got it at the Black Friday sale at 15%, and then on Cyber Monday it went to 20%. I just hate it. Should have waited. Oh, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Another con that I didn't like about this product is the pamphlet does not fit in the product, so it's a little bit too big. So when it ships to you, it's actually 2 separate things, and I'm like going, man, I want to make a video and I have to like manage to like hit both without losing the pamphlet for information. That's something small. It's not like a major deal, but you think if you could like make a pamphlet for the product, you leave it in there, that's like the same size. That's just me. Do I think it's worth it? Yes. So if you have used this, feel free to leave your thoughts below, or let me know how you feel about it. And I hope you found this video useful. And as always, take care, and I'll see you next time.